Saturday morning, or more likely Saturday afternoon. Your head is pounding, and even the smallest amount of light coming through the blinds seems to feel like torture. You have a hangover. The first thing you do is grab a tall glass of water and some aspirin. Or let's say it's December, and finals are coming up in just a few days. That overachiever that sits next to you in class and refuses to miss a second of any lecture has just given you the flu. Your entire body is in pain. You immediately rush down to the pharmacy in search of anything that might help. You grab an assortment of cold medications, painkillers, nasal decongestants, and anything else that might help. These are the things that we have come to take for granted. We've grown so used to having all these medications in our lives that we can't imagine our lives without them. For example, just in going through the medicine cabinets in my own home, these are some of the medications I have found. While most of these have since expired and should have been thrown out, this is just an example of how much we have come to rely on medicines. Here we have an array of cholesterol medications, heart medications, painkillers, sleeping aids, and you name it. These medications have become such a part of our daily lives. We take them in the morning or at night, just like we brush our teeth or take a shower. But none of this would be possible without the development of the pharmaceutical industry. The pharmaceutical industry has come such a long way throughout history and is only going to continue to grow. Choosing a career in pharmacy can be very rewarding, both financially and emotionally. Today, pharmacists seek great job security and salaries, but it is a career that requires rigorous schoolwork and comes with a lot of responsibility. According to the book Pains and Profits, The History of the Headache and Its Remedies in America by Janice Ray McTavish, before the development of the pharmaceutical industry and the many drugs that came with it, people had a lot of different methods for curing things such as the common headache. The Protestants actually believed that headaches were a way of God punishing you for your sins, or a way of testing your faith. People in North Carolina believed that you could actually strangle a mole to death and then touch the area where you have pain with your bare hands and it would be cured. Today, according to Schaum's Outline of Pharmacology, while we do use animals and plants to make medications, such as the use of insulin from the pancreas of pigs or the use of estrogen from the urine of mares, the pharmaceutical industry has come a long way from the days of sacrificing animals and these other unconventional methods. Today, pharmacy is defined by Webster's Dictionary as the practice of preparing and dispensing medical drugs. While most pharmacists choose to work in a retail or a hospital pharmacy, some choose to go into research and actually partake in researching and developing new medications. The typical duties of a retail pharmacist include filling prescriptions, advising patients on how and when to take these prescriptions, advising patients on the possible negative side effects of these prescriptions, and making sure that they will not react badly with any other medications they may be taking. In order to become a pharmacist, you must first take 2 to 3 years of college coursework. These courses will include things such as anatomy, biology, chemistry, and physics. Once you've completed this, you must then apply for a Doctor of Pharmacy program. These programs are very competitive, and your acceptance will be based on your GPA, your extracurricular activities, and your placement on the Pharmacy College Admissions Test, also known as the PCATs. Most of these schools will also require that you pass a formal interview process. Some of the top pharmacy schools, according to a list of rankings by the U.S. News, includes the University of California in San Francisco, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, the University of Minnesota, and the University of Texas at Austin. Once you complete your Doctor of Pharmacy program, you must then pass 2 exams. One of these exams will test your skills and knowledge of pharmacy. The other exam, which is given by each individual state, will test your knowledge of the pharmacy laws of that state. Once you pass these 2 exams, you are now eligible to practice pharmacy, but the training doesn't end there. With the development of so many new drugs and medications, it is important that you continue training throughout your career so that you can stay up to date. After all the schooling and training, you will find it to be well worth it. According to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, in 2010, the median pay for pharmacists was $111,570 a year and $53.64 an hour. As you can see in this graph from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, this shows the average annual salary of pharmacists from the year 1999 to 2009. And this here in the dark green below that shows the average annual salary of all other careers in the United States. So as you can see here, the average annual salary for pharmacists has increased greatly over the years and is only continuing to grow, whereas the average annual salary of other careers has barely changed. Also, according to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, in 2010 there were 274,900 pharmacists in the United States, and due to new medications, the increase of elderly who require more medications than younger people, and the increase in the amount of people acquiring health insurance that helps cover medications, this number is only expected to grow. It is expected to grow by 25% by the year 2020. This graph here, also by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, shows that growth and compares it to the growth of all other jobs in the United States. So as you can see, it is one of the fastest growing careers in the United States. A career in pharmacy can be very successful and it can be very fulfilling. While it will take you 6 years of college and graduate coursework, in the end it will be well worth it. Whether you choose to work in the research or in retail or hospital pharmacies, you will be helping people on a daily basis, and the future possibilities of this industry are endless.